Hello, good morning. Before discussing data wrangling and manipulation, we have to see what is NumPy and what is Matplotlib. NumPy is a Python library used for working with arrays, and it is used for scientific computing. It also has functions for working in domain of linear algebra, Fourier transform and matrices. NumPy was created in 2005 by Travis Oliphant. It is an open source project. You can use it freely. Numerical Python. It is a long form of NumPy, numerical Python. NumPy is faster than traditional Python lists. You know Python list. It is a 50 times faster than Python lists. And arrays are very frequently used in data science. Therefore, we have to use NumPy. It is written in Python, and some of the part is written in C and C++. You can see also documentation of use of NumPy in github.com. NumPy. How to install NumPy? Using pip install NumPy. Suppose Colab research. Use that Colab research. It is a cloud-based Colab environment. Give new notebook. Use connect. First you have to connect. Then see. Not necessary to install NumPy here because 7500 packages are available on this cloud platform. Therefore, if you use this code, execute that. If you want to execute this code on Anaconda, then first you have to install pip install NumPy. Then import NumPy, array is equal to numpy.array 1 2 3 4 5 and print array. It will print the array. You can create alias with as word NumPy as NP. Example, it gives same output, but you can alias NumPy as NP. Rename. Checking NumPy version. It shows. You can execute like this, otherwise you can copy this code and paste here. NumPy version. It will give the NumPy version. It is used with arrays. Class NumPy, type of array. It shows the type of array. complete this tutorial of NumPy. This is the exercise for you. We see matplotlib now. Like first you have to install matplotlib if it is not available, and then import numpy as np, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. np.array is equal to, we have to store this array, np.array is equal to this array, plt.plot xy, label for x and label for y, calorie burnish, average pulse, and show. It will show the result. First array element for xy x-axis and other elements, array elements for y-axis, and you have to give the label average pulse for x and calorie burnage for y, and show plot.show. Like that you use matplotlib to visualize the data in data science. Create a title for a plot. How to create title? Using plot.title. Only change is that sports was data. You can give the title for the graph. Same code, only you have to add plot.title. You can set font also for title. Font one, you have to take the family, color and size, and you have to add additional parameter. Font dict is equal to font 1, font dict is equal to font 2. Like that you have to modify, manipulate your graphs. You can position the title left, right, center. If you give center here, suppose this, copy this code and execute. Use center here. Execute this code. It gives sports watch data in center. If you give left, it will come here, right, it will come here. Like that it will plot the graph. If you want to grid lines, plot.grid, you have to add grid lines, rows and columns. Plot grid for particular axis, you use axis, x-axis. Grid for only x-axis, only columns. Here only grid for y-axis, then it will show grid for y-axis. Set line properties for the grid. Color is equal to line style, line width. Plot grid, then green, line style and line width. You can use this for grid. Next, display multiple plots. NumPy as np, np.array, plot two arrays, two graphs are required here. Subplot 1 to 1 plot, and then subplot 1 to 2. Two graphs are here. Like this, you can copy this code and run on Google Colab. Execute this code, subplots, like that. See the complete the tutorial also. It is easy, not tedious job. You can use colors also. Color is equal to, you can use color code here. As per the color code, it will give color or text in text. Color each dot you can use as per the elements of array. You can use different colors. See the plot. See, beautiful graph it draws. np.array, it assigns color for every point. Scatter xy, c is equal to colors. You can assign the range also for color. You can assign size also for each dot. You can draw a bar also using plot.bar xy. See the output here. Bar graph. Horizontal vertical bars, you can adjust that. You can assign color also. You can give any color. Hexadecimal color values you can use, or text. You can adjust the bar width, bar height. You can draw histogram also. You can use random normal function. You can draw histogram using this. pie charts. Instead of bar, you can use pie graph. You can use labels. It will show pie graph with labels: apples, banana, cherries and dates. Okay, then as per the requirement we can do anything. You wages to stand out. You this a portion you want to separate, then use explode. My explode is equal to 0.2000. Give the positions, then it will y labels, my labels, my explode, it will take one value from each wedge. Different colors you can assign here. You can give the labels. You can use in legend, you can assign explanation for each wedge. See the output. It will give the explanation for it. Like that, you have to complete all these two tutorials: matplotlib and now we go for machine learning. It is a data set. This is data set, example of a database. This is array and this is the example of a database. Numerical, categorical and ordinal data. Numerical, discrete data and continuous data. We can analyze data with data types: numerical, categorical and ordinal. In numerical, two types of data is there: discrete data and continuous data. Discrete data numbers are limited to integers. Continuous data, infinite value. Categorical data are values that cannot be measured up against each other. The color value or yes no values, that is categorical. Ordinal data means like a categorical data but can be measured up against each other. Example, school grades: A is better than B. We can compare the data. Data types are there: numerical, categorical and ordinal. Numerical, discrete data, continuous data. categorical data and ordinal data. The average value, mean, median and mode, midpoint value and most common value. Example, we have registered the speed of 13 cars. These are the 13 car speed. What is the average, the middle or the most common speed value? This is the task. Average means mean. Mean summation of all these elements and divided by total number of elements is equal to 89.77. This is the mean. NumPy, directly in NumPy you can use directly mean function. It will show output like this. NumPy mean speed. It will give average of this data set. Median, 13 elements are therefore median value is the value in the middle. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and these are the 6 values and middle value is 87. This is the median. Median method you can use directly here. It shows 87.0. This is the median value. Median value. After sorting all the values, it takes the median value. First we have to sort the values. It will sort automatically before calculation of median. And then suppose the values are even number. These are the 12 values. Then use middle two values and divide by 2, add these two values and divide by 2, that is 86.5 is the median value. The mode value is the value that appears the most number of times. Input stats, like that you can complete your Matplotlib and NumPy tutorial from the W3 schools as a beginner, and you can directly give the name after executing all this. You can change the name. Suppose pandas.ipynb, pandas1, this is the name, and I want to save that file. Save a copy in GitHub. My account is there, therefore I want to save that copy into my projects into GitHub. it will show my account on GitHub. It stores this file. You can directly open in Colab from this GitHub and it store all this code permanently. See, I have stored so many projects in GitHub. Like that, if you want to download as a Python code, download IPYNB or save a copy in the drive, it will write into drive. Thank you.